on, talking about the seating posture whenever you have to take a chair and sit. This thing is going to help many of you, especially the students who are at the verge of completion of their degree and they have to appear for many interviews. There comes a question that how do we sit when we have to appear for an interview? The rule is, the answer is simple, just go natural. Like I'll just explain over here. I'll be taking a chair over here. If I have taken the seat over here, I shouldn't lower down my shoulders like this, or I shouldn't go too stiff like this. Usually the people might think that you should, sit like this with your back straight, your hand should be here or here, or maybe crossed like this. A big no. Now we know that this is also no, this is also no, the crossing the hands is also no, then what is right? The right thing is, use the back of your chair and go easy on it, right? And if you talk about hands, it could be either you put it over your thighs, over your legs like this, means you are open to discussion. If you will cross your hands like this, it shows that you are reserved, or you are nervous, or you are not open to further discussions, right? Or what you can do is, you must be having table up front, right? So you can put your hands over it. Now if you have to put hands over the table, then how do we do that? It means you need to see that when you are putting your hands over the table, never cross your hands like this, never go down over the table like this. Be there, put your shoulders bit down, put your hands over it, and your hand should not be crossed like this or like this. It has to go like this over the table, right? So go with the angle of the chair that you are sitting on, right? Never go too stiff of like 90-degree angle, or too down to like 60 or 70-degree angle, right? Moving on, when you are sitting, never ever sit at the edge of the chair. You have been given entire chair to sit over, right? So use the entire seat of the chair and sit, and put your back at the backrest of the chair, and don't leave this space over here, right? Next, very important tips right now. So when you are sitting, I'll be talking about the sitting posture for girls here, right? I'll be talking both the aspects. Now when we have to sit over, I'll be sitting over here only. When we have to sit, your legs should never be too tightened up that you are represented that you are underconfident or you are uncomfortable. Go easy with your legs. A distance not more than 5 inch would be fine. Means this much distance is fine, this much distance is fine, and the closed legs is also fine, but you should not look too stiff while sitting. Now if we have to talk about the cross legs, then when you are sitting cross legs, that means to say, for girls, sitting cross leg in formal environment is accepted, but for men, for boys, sitting cross leg like this, maybe usually people sit like this, it is a big no here. Means sitting in L-shaped posture for boys in formal environment is not acceptable, but sitting as with the cross legs for girls, it is acceptable, right? Especially when you are wearing the western formal attire, it is quite obvious that you are wearing skirts, so you need the comfort to sit, then you can cross your legs here. So sitting with the sagging, or it's like with the low energy, that means you are not interested into the conversation or interested into the work that you are into. Or if you are sitting like carelessly displaying your body, that means you are out of control. Or if you are sitting upright like this, that means you are smart, you are confident, and you have the credibility. Means sit easy, go easy, your back should be comfortable, your legs, for girls it could be crossed or distance less than 5 inch, and for boys it could be just a gap between the legs, and it shouldn't be too much. Never ever slouch. Slouch could be of two ways. One is bulging your tummy out and you are just laying down over the chair itself. So it's a big no. Use the formal way of sitting like it has been displayed in the picture itself. Smile. A smile would never do any harm to anybody. When you are meeting individuals, greeting individuals, be it new, old, or strangers whom you are meeting for the very first time, obviously don't go around and smile for everybody here. So you have to smile and nod whenever you are into a discussion. That means to show the interest that you are actually interested in the words of another person, just nod while they are talking, have an eye contact that you are listening, and smile wherever it takes, right? And especially that means you are paying attention to what is being said. Now gestures. I'll be explaining it here. The region towards near to your body could be used if we talk about gestures. That means gestures is movement of hands. If you will keep your hands always like this, that wouldn't look nice. That means use your hands like I have been using in this entire video, I believe. So use your hands to this region of your body. Don't go too much over right or left and front and back. That means use this region, use your hands, never be too stiff, or if you are standing and you are less confident, right? If you feel that you are about to appear at a stage whereby many people would be watching you and you are you are in a bit of less confident side, you can put your hands or cross your hands for a while like this, right? Doing the Vivekananda style, or putting your hands in the pocket or at the back very stiff, at the front very stiff, holding your right arm with your left and left arm with your right. Big no. If everything is big no, then what is right? It is always one is go easy. Use your hands like this, or while you are talking, move your hands to the extent that is required, right? So next comes, if you are sitting, then you can put your hands on your lap, the way I explained while I was sitting on the chair. Very important aspect. Whenever I teach in my class, I have seen many a times when I ask any of the students to come over the dais or speak, either they will keep on moving the dais or they will keep on dancing on the toes. Means they are just moving over and over on their toes, or they are doing some one or two actions continuously. Doing one or two or any of the actions continuously, which is not looking nice, is what fidgeting is all about, right? Biting your nails or tapping your feet again and again, this is what fidgeting is all about. Do away with that. Never ever do that, because it represents you are very nervous when you are into meeting or greetings, right? So I have explained nod when you are in conversation with somebody, that this represents that you are interested while the person is talking to you. And keep your head up. Doesn't mean two up, it means be part of the conversation. When you are nodding your head and you are not putting your shoulders down or your head down, that means you are confident with regard to your opinion, the opinion you hold, right? Good attitude always going to help you. We have already talked about how we can ensure positive attitude. That I believe is going to help you out with this particular point. And now let's just club it all what we have learned about so far. Maintaining eye contact, point number 1. Using your hands, means gestures are important. Never go too stiff or too loud, so it has to be a balance between both of the aspects. Then using your body, never go dancing on toes or fidgeting or biting your nails or something. Your tone, your voice should be something which should match up your opinion, so that you can convey what you want to say. Communication is the key here. Then head movement is important whenever it is required. If you are into conversation, you agree on to something, then move your head like this. It is not going to harm anybody there. Postures are important. I have talked about standing posture. Gaps between the standing posture has to be taken into consideration. Not too much of the gap should be there, not less gap should be there. So it has to be balance of 5 to 15 inches gaps could be there while you are standing. And then for sitting, I have explained that when you are sitting, you can sit, for girls you can sit cross-legged, for boys a very important aspect. I'll be using the chair again here. I say that if I am sitting and my soul is out like this, right, and the person is sitting next to me, then it's a big no-no. That means if suppose a person is sitting to my left, right, and I am putting my feet like this, or I am putting my legs crossed like this, then it is fine, because there is nobody at my right. So I have to see if I am sitting and there is a person towards my right and left, both the sides. So avoid sitting crossed legs. Bottom line is your soul, the sole, that is sole of your footwear, it should not be in front of the individual sitting next to you. That's the only point here, right? So your appearance and physique is of utmost importance, means how you groom yourself. There are many standards for it. If we will get opportunity, I'll be explaining those to you sooner or later. Concluding that body language it isn't something one time affair, one time activity. It has to be part of your habit, your lifestyle, and if you try and change too many things at once, it might become confusing and overwhelming. Means I have explained about eye contact, handshake, movement of body, gestures, voice modulation, many things are there. Choose one at a time, work on it, polish that, then move on to the next aspect. It is not going to be difficult for anybody, I can assure you that. Just practice, practice and practice. So this is the link for your assignment. I have created one very short quiz or questionnaire, whatever you call, created over here. While you will be filling it up and sending it to us, afterwards I'll share one more link that would contain that would have the answer key for the same. A very easy basic questionnaire is there. I hope everybody has enjoyed this session. Well, this is Priya Arora signing out, and I believe, or we believe, that this soft skill, a mantra to success, is helping you all to learn new and more things about soft skill, and it is going to help every student out there, and even the ones who are already into the industry, to groom themselves more so that they can grab some negotiating skills and make the work done. Thank you all.